Hello and welcome to Babylon Game Starter. This is a series of videos intended to assist people in using the Babylon Playground to learn game development. And last video we looked at adding an inventory item which had a very simplistic effect when it was used. And the intention of this video is to augment that function that was called when we use the item. So we're going to retrace the steps that were taken last video. We'll do that right now. And then we are going to, at the end, discuss the augmentation of the function that is called when we use this inventory item that we're calling alert, as we will see here in just a second. Let's go ahead and open up on the side the Explorer as we get ready. And we are going to prepare ourselves by searching for Flat City, because that's where we're going to add this inventory item. So we search for Flat City, and you can click on the result that shows up in the search results, and it will take us right to that file. And we're going to add a comma after the closing of the particles array. And then we are going to go to the file that was provided. And this file is provided via the Google Classroom. And I'm going to go ahead and copy this items section. And I'm going to take it back and I'm going to put it directly after the particles. So directly after this section on particles right there, we're going to put it after that comma on the next line. And I am going to just grab all of that needs indented and just tab it in to make it look better. It will still run the same, but it'll just look better that way. So there we have our alert item. That's the name of the item. And you'll see in a little bit that the name of the item is what we map to the function that is called whenever we use the item. So the name is going to become important as we move on. So here is the URL to the model file. This is a statement right here that the item is collectible and that it's worth this much credit when you collect it, and this is the impulse necessary to collect it. And then this is identifying right here that it is an inventory item. And then the next line is a URL to go to the thumbnail, which is an image that shows up in the inventory UI. And then this is the category that it belongs to. And this is information down here about the instances, because you could have multiple instances of the same item. So in case this was maybe a coin or something like that, that you would want to kind of spread around different coins around a map, well, you can put in multiple instances, and each instance would have, this information about where it's located, how big it is, what its rotation is, and then what its mass is. Okay, so this is all stuff that we have done before. And let's go ahead to the next section. Over here, we're going to go to the config file, and we're going to edit this one line 148 of the config file. So let's go to the config file over here. We can search for that and go to 148. And we are going to replace the existing line with that line, which adds the alert as an acceptable kind of effect. And we'll get more into that in later presentations, but we're going to move on now. And we're going to get to something new. Our first thing new today is we're going to go to the inventory manager line 4, and we're going to import something. So we're going to go to the inventory manager. We're going to go up to line 4 of the inventory manager. It's up towards the top. We're going to put in this import statement that basically brings in the Sky Manager, which we're going to use to call some helper effects that I have added to the Sky Manager. So the Sky Manager import on line 4, and then we'll go to the next section. We're going to go and grab our updated function right here, and we're going to put it into the inventory manager. So we're going to grab this out of the provided document, and then we're going to go down to where we have the apply inventory, or excuse me, apply invisibility effect. We're going to go down below the apply invisibility effect, and we're going to add our new function right there. And I'm going to tab this in so it looks better. And essentially what this is going to do is it's going to call into the Sky Manager's helper functions, or these, we can say these static methods that are on the Sky Manager. And we have effect heat lightning and effect sky color. And we can get more into those at a later date, but they do what it sounds like. And we're going to go to the last section up here in the provided code. We're going to go ahead and grab this, and this is going to go into the apply item effect in the inventory manager. So in the same file, we're going to go up to apply item effect, which is up here. And we're going to see where it says apply item effect. So we're going to be editing part of that function, just the part that defines this map. And we're going to replace it with this new map. And I'm just going to tab that in so it looks better. And what this does is this makes an association between the name of the inventory item and the function that is called. This associated kind of relationship is called a mapping, and it maps from the name of the inventory item to the function that is run whenever that inventory item is used. Okay, so in this case, the name of the inventory item is alert, and then the function is the one that we just added in there, and that's apply alert effect. So with all of those in place, let's go ahead and take a look at what actually happens as a result. So I'm going to go ahead and save this for one. I'll save this, and after saving it, I'm going to go ahead and go to hide the HUD for the game HUD. I'll also hide the Babylon Playground UI, and let's go into full screen so it will be a little bit easier. Actually, let's go ahead and see the Babylon Playground. I'm going to go ahead and run play on it so we are assured that it restarted. And then I'm going to go ahead now and hide the Babylon Playground UI. We'll hide the game HUD, and then we'll go full screen. And let's go ahead and just look around here so everything's the same. Nothing has been affected on this particular environment. We're going to change the environment to Flat City. That's the one that we changed. So let's go into Flat City, and let's go inspect what we have done. So we're going to jump over here, and there is our inventory item. We're going to go ahead and collect it. Okay, we've collected it. Let's go ahead and use it. Let's actually look up at the sky so we can start to see the effect as soon as possible. So we're going to go up to the alert effect up here, and we'll click. And now we can see, use the alert, and you can see hopefully there that the sky, right, the sky is going through this kind of phase of what I'm calling kind of heat lightning, and it's adding a little bit of a reddish color effect on it as well. So right there was the effect. The effect is now done because it ran for a certain duration that was specified. And that's pretty much it for today's lesson. Hopefully you enjoyed that, and you can go and apply your own effects as you see fit. And I'm just going to play around here a little bit. It's not the best showcasing of my jumping skills or anything, but I tell you what, this can be a great journey for all of us. So please provide some feedback as you find yourself creating some interesting things. And I look forward to getting into a very deep discussion in the near future, as we intend to have a conference coming up in the winter, and then another conference coming up this coming summer. So take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.